Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the live stream this morning. I know it's very early for me to be doing a live stream here. It's just about 7 o'clock here in Southern California. Oh, I might got an echo here. Crap. Oh, I know why. Anyways, thank you for joining me here. I'm in the Santa Monica studios here in Southern California. What I just said is about 7 a.m., which is quite early for a normal live stream for me. I don't even think I'm going to get the normal people out here watching, but I figure I'll give it a try and see what kind of trouble I can get myself into this morning. So I'm looking forward to maybe talking to some new folks on right now, the only way I'm going to be able to get on the radio, I'm not going to be able to get into my Icom 9700, but I will be able to get on DStar on my DV dongle and my. Hey Jeff, what's going on? Very early today. You are the first, Jeff, and I'll be able to get on my Allstar link as well. So I'm going to try to get on the UK HubNet UK here in just a few minutes. Yeah, you guys are probably really surprised to see me up this early, but I do that from time to time. I had to come in to work at 6 a.m. this morning. Do I need you have no DStar capabilities, right? Do you have DStar? You don't have no Tango, right? Let's see what kind of stuff I can get myself into. Trouble I can get myself into. 30 Charlie seems pretty active right now.
Okay, Mike, it sounds good. Yeah, next time be sure and take
So I'm going to go over to the DV dongle here.
if you get up there on one of the peaks, we'll try some simplex. Let me know what's going on. Have a good day, man. We'll talk to you later. KB5MC-W0.
Good to hear it busy tonight. No Tango DStar.
Okay, Joe, sounds good. Have a great day. KB5MC, I'll be clear.
Nice to hear some people on the reflector. The last couple times I've been on at night, I haven't heard too many people. So I forgot how to hit the talk button here. Oh, here we go. This is Greg K6EGG monitoring Reflector Charlie from Southern California in the city of Santa Monica, my DV dongle. Also currently live streaming on YouTube with a link in my QRZ profile. Good morning. Is it still morning on the East Coast? What is it, 10 a.m. over there? It's almost morning everywhere. Except if you're in Europe, it's in the afternoon. Sounds quiet out there. Now, of course, nobody's out here. All right, so I'll go over to 1. See if anybody's on there. I know somebody's listening on 30 Charlie. Wait here a minute and see if someone will pop on here. This is probably too early for Seth, too. I know he pretty much stays on California time. This is Greg K6EGG monitoring Reflector 1 Charlie from Southern California in the city of Santa Monica. Also currently live streaming on YouTube with a link in my QRZ profile. Once again, this is Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf. It's 7 a.m. here on the West Coast. I have no way of getting on DMR or YSF, unfortunately.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf. Good afternoon from Germany, Delta Lima 8 United India.
Good afternoon. It's good morning from my side here in California. What time is it over there? I'm thinking you guys are 9 hours ahead of the West Coast of the United States. And just to let you know, I'm also live streaming on YouTube with a link in my QRZ profile. I'm not at home right now. That's probably why I can't.
Okay. K6 Echo Golf Golf.
DL8UI.
Delta Lima 8 Uniform India. Yeah, good morning. I know it's morning. Your time. Correct. in Chino. I found you in my logbook, but we had no contact before. Local time here is 4 minutes after 4 in the afternoon, and you have 9:04 local time, if my logbook software shows it correct. The name here is Ben, Bravo Echo November, and the QTH is right in the center of Germany, about 250 kilometers northeast of Frankfurt Airport. K6 Echo Golf Golf, Delta Lima 8, United India.
I lost my mouse. I got two screens going on here. Copy that, Ben. Not too far away from Frankfurt Airport. I'm also checking out your QRZ profile as well. I love the map. I believe that's the Geochron map there. I like the station as well. Very cool stuff. I'm normally not up this early in the morning for California time, but I am at work. I got a few minutes to kill, so to speak. So I decided to get on some radio. I'm using a DV dongle, no radio this morning. Looks like you got a 9700 with the sidecar, I should say, of the Icom 7300. I'm hoping to get a 7300 here in a couple months if I ever decide to upgrade my my amateur radio license here in the United States. I'll send it back over to you. DI8. Shoot. My finger slipped.
Okay, K6 Echo Golf Golf, Delta Lima 8, United India, 100% copy, Greg. Yeah, I use the 7800, the old one, and I have the 7300, 9700, and the 705 as portable. I used that in VE7 on Vancouver Island in May, and it's a very nice small radio with QRP. So we talk via our local repeater, Delta Bravo Zero Hotel Radio Mike, which is about 15 kilometers away from here. We have sunshine, not so hot like last week. Last week we had about 33, 34 degrees Celsius. Now it is below 30. So I would not hold you. Thank you for the first contact. We'll see you down the log. This morning, our time, I was looking for some King Henry fixes for the Hawaii QSO party. Yesterday I worked several, but this morning no condition. Nothing from Hawaii. 73s, have a nice Sunday, Craig. K6 Echo Golf Golf, DL8 Uncle India.
Copy that, Ben. Sorry, I was my finger slipped when I was saying your call. There's DL8 UI. Good luck on your contacts there. Thanks again for getting back to me this morning, my time, 4:07 p.m. your time over in Germany. Once again, you have a wonderful day. This is Greg, K6EGG. On Reflector Charlie, also live streaming on YouTube with a link in my QRZ profile. Once again, Ben, have a wonderful afternoon in Germany.
Yeah, thank you, Craig. 73s, auf Wiedersehen.
I would love to do that. So I used the
LAUI and V7SS. You got a copy?
So do I remember the mic gain I used when you had a stock mic? I never used a stock mic on my radio, to be honest with you. But I heard for the DStar, you want to use about 30% on your mic gain for DStar and 100% on sideband and FM. That sounds good there. I'm using an RE50, an RE20, so my mic gain setting's a little bit different. No problem. Today I'm not using a radio. I'm using a DV dongle here, if I can get it in the shot. sitting in an office building or sitting in a studio actually in Santa Monica, California. I'm actually in a sound booth of all things here. Looked a little bit foggy on the drive in this morning at 5 o'clock this morning, but looked like it's going to be a beautiful day here in Southern California. Yeah, I'll help you out. No problem, dude. We'll get you going. I'm going to disconnect here from this reflector and let them get some contacts there on DStar. I was really hoping I can get on some different reflectors here too. Hold on a second here. I might try getting on HubNet UK. See, that's how it goes in Canada as well. Once you get your license, you can get everything. Here in the United States, you have 3 different levels. The technician license. I'm not looking in the right camera here. The technician license gets you only 10-meter HF capabilities. The general pretty much gets every band except you only get small portions of some of the bands to talk on. The extra obviously gives you everything. Only 10 watts? I mean, you QRP out. I would do 10 watts. 10 watts can get you around the world. Do you have to do CW for your testing? Yeah, you're right. I forgot about the CW for some of the... I think that's from the old Tech Plus, if I believe. No CW for the test. That's good. Because a lot of youngsters like myself would probably fail miserably. Let's try getting on 30 Charlie, see if we can get any action on there. This is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring reflector 30 Charlie from Southern California and Santa Monica. Once again, this is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring reflector 30 Charlie.
K6EGG, KS0FUL. How's it going, Greg? Long time no talk. We're out here in Colorado visiting our kids and our grandkids.
I can't find my mouse. Good morning. Yeah, long time no talk. I hope all is well. You enjoying the kids and grandkids over there in Colorado? We're only an hour difference now, too. In time, that is.
Yeah, that's right, Greg. Well, we came out here for a week up to our family cabin in northern Colorado. We're up there at about 9,000 feet. Took the HF rig up there, made a whole ton of DX contacts. It's absolutely RF quiet up there. And it's been about a good week or so, kind of relaxing up there with some friends that have cabins nearby, and fishing was good. And now we're down in southern Colorado in a town called Trinidad, where our 2 boys live, and one of our granddaughters is turning 18. So we've got
you have to have a base license
today to go to, and that's what we're going to do. We've been spending a few days down here and visiting them, and then we'll head back to Wichita tomorrow. How's things going with you? I saw you guys got back from Hawaii, and that looks like that was a good time.
Yeah, got back from Hawaii, went straight back into a work grind, and now the last 5 days I've been working early mornings, and I got to switch back to nights starting. Actually, I got an early morning tomorrow and a night, so I got to flip my schedule back, and I'm sure you know how that goes. All good though. I love doing it, but it kind of a little bit. I guess what I'm trying to say is it messes up my psyche just a bit, going from going to bed at 1 a.m. to waking up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. But All good. Everything's good here. Haley's last day of swimming today. I wish I can watch her do her last day of swimming for the season, but everything good here in Southern California. Looking forward to a nice day. Once I get off here at about 1:30 p.m. local, plan on a little family barbecue and chilling in the backyard. I'll send it back over to you, KF0FUL. Over in southern Colorado this morning. By the way, real quick, how far are you from Durango? I believe that's on the southwestern side of Colorado. Yeah, no 23 centimeters here.
Oh boy, it's been so long since I've been in Durango. I honestly don't know. It's probably, I guess maybe it's a 3-hour drive from here.
Wow.
So I used to go through there. Of course, I grew up in Golden up by Denver, and I used to always drive through there on the way to college in Arizona. But that's 35, 40 years ago. So anyway, it's a nice little town for sure. I know when I was learning to fly back in the day, there's a neat airport that's over there. I think it's called La Plata, maybe County Airport, and it's situated on a cliff. It always used to be fun to fly into that place, and then when you take off, you'd fly off a cliff, and the ground just drops out from under you. But we're a fair ways away. Trinidad is on
What's
the
up, JJ?
it's on the Front Range. It's about as far south as you can go in Colorado. Getting into New Mexico. In fact, it's the last town on I-25 as you come south from Denver through Colorado Springs and Pueblo. And then you'll go over a pass, and then you're into New Mexico.
The K5QU, yeah. He's in Trinidad. The next thing south is Raton Pass, going up into New Mexico, and then he's about 200 miles just kind of southeast of Durango there.
Copy that. KF0FUL and the other station in there. It sounds like you jumped in there. You're actually in the same city that he's in there. Welcome aboard. Feel free to jump in. This is Greg K6EGG with KF0FUL. I'm in Southern California, my DV dongle. I'm not too tired. I had 2 Red Bulls. I'm good to go. I've been at work for over an hour.
I'm on the internet in my living room in East Texas on my 705, but I spend a lot of time out in Cortez, Colorado, down in the southwest corner, where New Mexico, Arizona,
Dongle.
Colorado all meet.
Do I look that tired?
I've been across 160 through Durango all the way across there to Walsenburg. That's the only reason I know all that. I'll let you guys continue.
It's a Texas accent right there. And anybody new watching this morning, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well.
Well, thanks, John. We appreciate you jumping in there. And Greg, it sounds like he lives down near the Four Corners area, which he was describing there, where the Four Corners of Colorado, Arizona, Utah, Nevada all meet.
Yeah, that's one place I want to visit. I've never been there. Definitely want to do a driving trip through that area. I would definitely want to take Haley down in that area. I know that the Four Corners, I read something that the Four Corners actually are about, I think, like 200 yards away from the actual monument that they have there. So I'd like to check that out as well. But looking forward to going in that area of the country. I don't go in that area, at least in that part of Colorado. And real quick, if my memory serves, I had a day off in Denver, and we drove down to, I think it was south, to Golden, and we took a tour of a beer factory. Does that sound right? I can't remember which one that was.
Oh, yeah, that sounds right. That would be Coors Beer. And
what's going on, Ryan? Nice to see you.
It's always a great tour of that facility, because at the end of the tour you get to
I wish I was
beer
making breakfast.
for free. Yeah, that's the town I grew up in, Golden. Not down by the brewery, but up on the mountain above there called Lookout Mountain. That's where I grew up. And Actually,
Coors, that's right, yeah.
As luck would have it, one of our next-door neighbors was Bill Coors. So at the time, back in the 60s and 70s, he was the CEO of Coors Beer. So he was in our neighborhood, and I went to school with his son, Scotty.
What are you making, Ryan?
You know, a nice bunch of people. But, yep, that's where I grew up.
I do remember giving out free beer, and someone just mentioned it was the Coors, yeah. I've done the Budweiser over in Missouri, and I've also done a tour in Kansas City. I'm trying to think a Boulevard, I think, beer. You're pretty far from Kansas City, but a really good group of people over there. It was a lot of fun, but it's cool to see how they make that stuff up. But anyways, I'm going to take a standby here. Don't want to hog this beautiful, huge reflector up. Good to hear you this morning, and good to hear you. It's been a little while. So KF0FUL. This is Greg, K6EGG in Southern California, saying 73s. And anybody else listening on the reflector, I'm also live streaming on YouTube with a link in my QRZ profile. Pardon me. Sounds like there's somebody else in there.
Well, it's great to talk to you again, Craig, and you have a good stream. Maybe we'll pull it up. We're just about to meeting the family here for some breakfast this morning.
I want some breakfast.
You have a great day, and now I'm going to have to go through what you did in a few more days. I'm going to take a day off when we get back to Wichita tomorrow just to recover from my vacation, but then I've got to go back to work and deal with however many emails are waiting for me. But we'll talk again soon. You take care. Have a great
Wow,
stream,
Camping
and,
with Steve hit 1 million?
KF0FUL.
Really?
73.
I got to look that up real quick. Randomly died.
K6EGG, copy W4JXA, portable.
I got to find my mouse. Go ahead. This is Greg, K6EGG, on my DV dongle here from Southern California. Good morning. Camping with Steve.
Good morning to you, Greg. I just happened to be monitoring on 30 Charlie, and I had the volume down because I'm at work, and I came outside and turned it up and heard your cheery voice. So I had a couple little quick questions I wanted to ask you, Greg. A long time ago, back in the 70s, I went to Anaheim. I went to Angel Stadium, and I was invited into the area where the owner sits. And back then it was Gene Autry. So, and he wasn't very happy that day because they were playing against the Orioles, and the Orioles were whooping them. So I'm from Washington, and I was rooting for the Orioles because that was our nearest team. We didn't have one back then. So the Orioles were out of Baltimore, and so we went there, and I got to watch the Orioles have a good night there in Angel Stadium. But have you ever been to Angel Stadium? And the other thing was, I really like it sometimes you play that background, and I can hear everybody cheering. And I haven't been to a stadium for a long time, but it's nice to hear that in the background. Just wanted to say. K4EGG, that's not the right. K6EGG W4JXA.
Oh. I got to find my mouse. Sorry for a delay in between you talking and me talking. I lost my mouse. I'm usually used to using a foot pedal. Yeah, W4JXA. I spend probably about 80 days a year over the last 30 years over at Anaheim Stadium. I've been there a lot. I've been through a lot of different changes there. It is one of my work places. I'll be there actually tomorrow morning at 9:30, bright and early. I love the sounds of a ball game. I've done a remote broadcast from there. Unfortunately, I cannot do that anymore. I don't want to get into too much of it, but they prefer that I don't. But I do have some free time here at work. I'm at work right now. Basically on my lunch, I'm going to cook my I have some oatmeal here I'm going to cook here in a little bit. But, yeah, I spent a lot of time at Anaheim. Beautiful city. Only about a 20-minute drive from my home QTH in Chino. I don't know if you know the geography of Southern California, but I am about 15 miles west of downtown Los Angeles in the city of Santa Monica, where they have that Ferris wheel. I'll send it back over to you, W4JXA. This is Greg, K6EGG in Santa Monica, California, also live streaming on YouTube. I'm actually, right now I'm using DV dongle or DV tool. I use,
K6EGG from
hold on a second.
W4GXA. Well, it was a very nice visit to Anaheim Stadium.
I use
was only there
transceive.
one time, and somebody I know worked there. It was actually the executive chef. He happened to, I don't remember exactly how I met him, but I was downstairs trying to get some tickets. And somehow or another, he ended up inviting myself and my family in, and we went upstairs to the executive dining room, which is also a beautiful place. I said, well, they just give all this away free? And he says, yeah. He says they want good press. So this is where the press people eat. And it was a great big room with a lot of really great pictures on it. I don't know if they still have that now or not. And then that kind of attached to this balcony area where Gene Autry and a few other fellows were sitting. And he said, we better not approach him right now because he's not too good a mood. We didn't go ahead and say hello to him. And it was, I'm just a humble guy, you know, and I hadn't been any place like that. It was pretty nice, so it's amazing to hear this sounds. I thought maybe they might not like that. I don't know. There wasn't anything really wrong with it, but I thought maybe they might not like that, afraid that something's going to come over there on the air.
I should try that.
They don't want it to come over on the air and that kind of thing. But it was great while it lasted, so I really enjoyed it. Well, 7-3 to you, Craig. And I'll get back to work now. I'm at work today. I move empty vehicles around. I'm an old guy and I've already retired, and I used to build the airport, and now I'm right next to the airport. So still, God's blessed me, and I'm able to get out there and work every day. And so I'm a lot better off than a lot of folks. I hear them all the time on the radio, and I'm very grateful that I can still move around like I do. 7-3 to you, and I'll go back to monitoring. W4JXA.
Hey, Martin, nice to see you in there.
Oh, I timed out there. Sorry. W4JXA back to K6EGG.
Yeah, just to let you know, they still have that press room, although they moved it upstairs to the 4th floor. They did some, what's the word I'm looking for, remodeling there. And, yeah, they have a nice big room. It's air-conditioned, so on a hot day, you're sitting in there eating usually some nice food. I'm going to bring up Sundays. Is usually Sundays a day game. They normally have, bacon and eggs and orange juice and oatmeal and everything up there. So it's normally pretty decent food up there in the press lounges for the press to eat because it is our normal job and we're there quite often. So normally don't eat the snack bar food. Because of A, it's expensive, and B, it's just usually not that good to consume. So I try to stay away from as much as possible. But yeah, Anaheim Stadium has changed quite a bit. Probably when you were there, it was all open, and they changed it out and put football in there, and then they closed, then they opened it up again, and when Disney bought it, and they totally remodeled it, and it's probably needs a huge remodeling right now because it's been about 30 years, I think, almost 30 years, I think 25 years, 1998, they redid it when the Disney Corporation owned them for a little bit, but definitely it's getting a little bit aged. It's still a nice place to work. It's nice and close to my house, so I really enjoy it. But anyways, it's good to hearing you, and glad you're able to be moving around there. I hope to be moving around at your age. If you don't move, you lose. If you don't move it, if you don't use it, you lose it. So anyways, take care. W4JXA. This is Greg, K6EGG. in Southern California. Also currently live streaming on YouTube with a link in my QRZ profile. 73, sir. Thank you very much, JJ, for
Greg, and 73, and yeah, I'm sure you'd be a hell of a guy. I think you take care of yourself.
I try to. I got my banana here. I won't eat this on camera because someone will take a screenshot of it and do whatever with it. JJ, nice to see you in there, Martin.
And 6 VIC. Hello, Greg. Good morning. Boy, you are an early bird.
Finger slipped off there. Yeah, I can be an early bird sometimes. I'm normally a late owl, night owl, but had to be at work at 6 a.m. or whatever this morning. I can't remember. So I was up about 4:45. I'm normally up about between 6:30 and 7 every morning, regardless of what time I go to bed. But I'm normally definitely not on live streaming this early in the morning. I figured met a few new people I haven't talked to before and a few people that I have talked to before. So good morning there. I hope all is well up there in Northern California. Yeah, that transceive software,
it is.
SDR control is really
Greg,
nice.
I have to send you a video of the new Icom 905. I'm looking at it and I'm going, huh? You know, it's like, we're bunch of us were talking about
wow, that's nice.
About it. We're going, it doesn't make any sense.
Ryan, you gonna put it up at your house? You got a place to put it? Yeah, that higher band stuff, a little bit out of my range of understanding, but I know a lot of people have been kind of messing with that. 23 centimeter, I think what's that, 1.2? Is that correct? I know the Icom 9700 has that. I have heard some people on it. I've never actually used it myself, but hearing some people on the scanner over the last couple years. So maybe they're going to jumpstart something. Just like they say, if you don't use the bands, we lose it. So maybe they're trying not to make so we don't lose those bands and stuff like that. But we'll see. I know a lot of interest in that new Icom 905. Is that correct? Is it 905 or 910?
Yeah, the 905. And we were laughing about it. And we go, yeah, you get up that high past whatever 2.2 gigs and above, up to 10 gigs, and you're in the microwave. And we were laughing about it also, but yeah, can you hear somebody using a microwave all of a sudden hear your voice coming through your microwave?
I lost my thing here. I don't think I've heard of anything of that. I've heard of some AM radio stations reverberating out of porcelain toilets if they're close to the transmitters, but I haven't heard anybody coming out of a voice coming out of a microwave. I had trouble with that RSBA1 software, by the way.
Hey, Greg. Yeah, I have to send you the video on from Icom. And it's quite interesting, but man, we figured out what the price was going to be on that. Around about only $3,000.
Yeah, I think I can spend some other stuff with $3,000. Maybe get a couple different HF radios for that much. To be honest with you, I'm not really interested in the those type of bands. I just don't. I don't know. I'd be definitely more interested to get on the HF once I get my general license at some point. So, but yeah, that's a lot of money to invest in. I don't hear a lot of action and activity on those bands. I do hear some, but very, very little. Man.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's point to point on the gigahertz and stuff like that. Oh, shut up, phone. And I don't know, Greg. It's too much. But I'll say that.
From Seth Outreach IN.
I'll send you that video and definitely
Call from
on email.
Outreach IN.
Okay, take care, Greg. K6EGG and 6WAC.
Take care, 73s, and good morning to you. This is Greg, K6EGG in Southern California. Also live streaming on YouTube, monitoring Reflector 30 Charlie.
K6EGG, VK5, CFW.
VK5, CFW. VK5, CFW. Oh, that's Carl. Hey, Carl. Good morning. Or actually, it's probably nighttime for you. KF5 CFW. This is Greg, K6EGG. We're actually in the same day for the first time.
Yeah, that's correct, my friend. It's actually just gone midnight here in Port Pirie. So, yeah, I just heard you on there. I was watching your live stream a little bit earlier. But, yeah, I just thought I'd come and say hello there, over.
Copy that for a short time. We're in the same day. Usually when I talk to you, you're a day ahead of me there. So I'm definitely not used to being on the radio this early, but I am at work and I have a few hours to kill before I really get down and dirty. So good to hear you this morning here from my standpoint. And so it's midnight. So it's Monday morning over there, correct?
Yeah, that's right, mate. Yes, it's definitely Monday morning. Monday morning. Tuesday morning, sorry. Yeah. And, yeah. Oh, I got confused myself sometimes. It is Monday morning. Yeah, so, yeah, I heard you talking about the freeways, was it? Yes, I think I visited that when I was over in your country in 2017, over.
Yeah. What area did you go to when you were up in the United States up here when you were on your trip up here?
Yeah, we went over to Sturgis from Las Vegas through to Sturgis. We did a bike tour there, over.
Oh yeah, that just happened here recently. Yeah, that's a big biker convention up there. A lot of fun. I'd love to check that out one of these days. I have a motorcycle license. I just haven't ridden in a couple years. My wife preferred me not to when we have a small child, so I don't get hurt. But I've been riding on and off since I was 17 years old. I enjoy sport bikes, but those things will probably get me killed. So I've just been kind of cruising. The last couple times I've ridden, last time I rode, I think actually that's not true. A couple times before the last time I rented a motorcycle in Hawaii and drove around Oahu. Very beautiful and awesome place to ride with the tropical air going through your face and body and stuff like that, and then you get like a little tiny sprinkle and stuff just to cool you down enough, and just enjoy the view if you want to pull over there. This is Greg, K6EGG for VK5 CFW down in Australia.
K6EGG, VK5 CFW returning. Yes, it's definitely was an experience. I actually went out on my bike this afternoon, went over to see a friend, but turned out he wasn't home. But, you get that, I guess. So I won't hold it up long, Greg. 91 does get busy. So I'll say 73.
91?
Take care, my friend, and we'll speak again soon.
Copy that, Carl. You have a wonderful night and have a good sleep there. VK5 CFW. This is Greg, K6EGG on Reflector 30 Charlie. Also currently live streaming on YouTube with a link in my QRZ profile. Standing by monitoring. just suck down a half a bottle of water.
K6EGG, how's it going, Greg? V6DZ.
It's going good. Just trying to wake myself up here. I got a few minutes to spare here at work, enjoying a Sunday morning on the radio, which I normally don't do this early. How are you doing this morning?
Oh, not too bad there, Greg. You know, I was doing that same guffaw on 30 Charlie a day or two ago about what this 905 would be good for, other than going on a camping trip and cooking your breakfast for you like a microwave. And I was unceremoniously told that Icom held a survey and asked the ham radio operators, what do you want, and in a next generation type radio, and would going up to these frequencies be a good thing or what? And I guess the consensus of whoever took this survey was however many hams. Yes, give us microwave and stuff. So you know, with 2.5 gigahertz, 5.6 gigahertz, and an optional 10 gigahertz. That's optional. I believe it, you know, and of course 23 centimeters. Now, 2 meters, 70 centimeters, 23 centimeters, supposed to be something like 10 watts. And 2.5 gigahertz is supposed to be 2 watts. 5.6 is supposed to be 2 watts, and I believe 10 gigahertz, the optional module, will be 500, half a watt, I believe, 500 milliwatt or something like that. Nice idea and stuff. I guess the EME guys are looking for something like that to work Earth, Moon, Earth. And you can set up your little mini satellite dish and work from mountaintop to mountaintop. And well, it's got ATV mode in it, which I think is supposed to show up on your screen and all that of the radio, you know, and stuff. I don't know. The person I talked to was pretty put off that I says it's a niche market, so I'm not sure.
I think you're right.
Niche market. I can't see more than 1,000 hams worldwide buying one of those, but I could be wrong on that. What do you think, Greg?
I think you're correct. I think you know, some of these off bands, the higher bands is definitely a niche market, but some of these digital modes are kind of the same way. I don't know. I could see probably, like you said, maybe whatever a small number of hams possibly utilizing that sort of stuff, but I just can't see myself walking up or driving up to a hilltop with all this gear and just trying to maybe hit somebody on another hilltop somewhere. It just seems like an awful lot of work to make happen. I mean, people are into it. As far as I understood, a lot of these bands were mainly for linking repeaters and stuff like that in the past. So I would say I agree with you on that. I mentioned it. I know N7 UFT seemed very interested in possibly getting that radio, but that price point, I can't justify it because it's such a niche market. Like you said, I have a lot of hilltops that I could possibly hit, but I would have to get a different antenna system, and I would have to get out there and re-aim it every time I'd like to hit something, being that, you know, high of a band. So it's just not very, I don't know. I'm definitely not interested in it as much as probably some people would. So yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. I'll send it back over to you. This is Greg, K6EGG for VE6DZ up there in Canada.
W9J, yes.
Go ahead, W9JAS. JES, sorry. Holy moly.
Something like that is a niche market, and because I was suggesting why they didn't actually...
By the way, anybody new this morning, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. I come on a couple days a week.
Upgrade a radio or something to work DStar HF. They used to have a nice, the nice 9100 base station that would do satellite work and 1.2 gigahertz, 70 centimeter, 2 meter, 6 meter, and HF, and DStar, but it had that black and white display, and it had a cumbersome DStar to use DR mode and cumbersome DStar system. Why didn't they just take 7300 and add those 3 bands to it, and with DStar capabilities in it, with a lovely waterfall, basically a 705 with 100 or 200 watts in it would have made more sense, in my view. Anyway, what do you think?
I agree, and we had another station in there too. Go ahead. This is Greg, K6EGG. We're VE6DZ.
Good morning, gentlemen. I heard Greg out here and wanted to say hello to him, and also V6DZ. Heard you guys chatting about the 905. I don't really have a need for SHF frequencies, and I just don't see the appeal to it. I think lower is better.
I agree with that.
I'm an old school ham, so it is what it is. And just wanted to jump in there and say hello to both of you. This is W9JES, not live streaming from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Yes, I think the consensus of the group, of the majority of hams, will be likewise. You know, it's they need to put a little more emphasis on DStar HF as opposed to this thing. I hear that the radios, this is all speculation by a group of hams, but I hear the radio's going to be somewhere around $2,000, and if you want the 10 gigahertz unit, you'll probably spend another grand in that. So there you go.
Not cool. But on the other hand, what we may not be interested in, somebody else is. So I hope, I do hope it catches on, because I know a lot of people are not interested in the DMR and the DStar and everything like that. So I hope they have at it. I hope we don't lose those bands. Maybe that's another reason why they are doing it. So that's my thoughts behind it. Just because I'm not interested in it, I don't want to keep anybody else from doing it. Once again, anybody new to the channel today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Right now, I'm monitoring and talking.
Where was the rest of our votes? You know, never heard of an Icom holding a vote to find out what ham radio operators want in the world of radio new innovations and stuff. That was the first I heard of it. Hey, Greg, on another topic, I hear California's going out, gonna not sell gasoline engine cars, passenger cars type thing by 2036 or something like that. 2035.
Oh boy!
Did you hear anything about that?
Of course it.
K6EGG. This is V6DZ.
Yeah, I did hear about that. I have a couple thoughts on that. I don't want to get too political on it. Um, I always thought that the market should decide where the market should go, not the government. I'm a huge fan of electric vehicles and renewable energy. It makes sense when it's available. It's not always available for everybody. It's not available for California all the time. Um, I do have an electric car right now. I have a Chevy Volt that has a combustion engine or a combustion generator on it. It runs well. It makes sense for me. I do have a Tesla on order right now because it makes sense to me. But on the other hand, some things don't make sense to people out there for having different needs. So I personally think that the government might be getting ahead of themselves just a tad. I think there should be an option. I think having the option is a lot better there than just forcing it because California doesn't have the infrastructure, and I think a lot of places don't have the infrastructure to handle that sort of load of power. We get messages all the time not to run our AC when it gets above 100. That's the only time you would be running it anyways. So having all the electric vehicles plugged in at the same time at night when people are getting off work is going to cause a whole other issue because a lot of the renewable energy doesn't produce energy at night when we're going to be using it the most. So I think it's like the chicken and the egg thing happening. I just wish there would be some sort of middle ground on it. That's kind of my theory on it. And having solar panels myself, they're not perfect. When we get cloudy days, when we get fires, when it's hot, my solar panels do not produce energy. On another note, when there is fires, I get soot all over the panels, so I have to get up there and use a lot of water and clean them off. So we're not in a place where I think, and this is my personal opinion from owning electric vehicles and solar panels, we're not at the place anytime soon to be jumping on that bandwagon yet. And that's we've got a lot of technology to go. We got to harness some sort of electricity at night somehow. So that's my opinion on it.
Yes, I have a tendency to agree with you. It's basically like jumping off the cliff, not knowing if there's a net there, sort of thing. And I guess the thoughts were you run a solar station at your house. You know, you can get to work and back easily. You know, mostly for I guess commuting, you can get to work and back easily within the day without using up the entire load inside your batteries in your car. Meanwhile, your solar system at your house has a battery system in it as well. And so that every night when you come home from work sort of thing and you plug it in, well, you plug it into the battery system and you top up your vehicle. I think that's the thinking on it, so that it actually doesn't get into the grid. It's only a guess right now on my end, but I'm trying to rationalize what the thoughts were on that one.
Yeah, and the thing is too that a lot of these people that are making these decisions don't realize is there's not a lot of material available and resources yet to mine those materials. And the thing is too, when you're mining these materials, you're creating more or you're equal or more carbon emissions, because there's usually machinery that works on, combustion engines doing these mining, and it's destroying the planet in another way. Their theory is they're trying to save the planet. I think there should be some middle ground for using gas engines, maybe make them a lot more efficient, which they have, and use, batteries powered electric cars where it makes sense, where people have houses. There's a lot of people I know here in Southern California that have electric cars that it's very useful because they have a house they can plug it into at night. But there's going to be a lot of people out there that are driving in California that live in apartment complexes, condo complexes, everything like that. They're not going to be able to charge at night or charge whenever, and the infrastructure's not there. So I just don't understand how this is going to all work. But we'll see. I think it's a little bit of a bad idea. I think there's another way to approach it. Just like you were talking about the radio, is there a market for it? I don't know. They're pushing it. I think the market should, and the people should actually decide where things are going to go. Like we went from horse carriages to cars. The market called for it because it made sense at the time for everybody. Right now, it's not making sense, I believe, because the resources aren't there yet. I think they will be, but just not at the level they think it's going to be. And that's coming from a person that had solar panels over the last 6-7 years and electric cars for over 10 years. So we'll see. I don't want to hog this thing up, so I'm going to stand by. This is Greg, K6EGG on Reflector 30 Charlie. Been here for about an hour, so I don't want to, take it up. Let somebody else jump in there. Once again, this is Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf on 30 Charlie, also live streaming on YouTube. I'm going to say 73s to you there, man. Definitely don't. There we go. Wait a minute. Am I still transmitting? No way.
Maybe they could go nitrogen powered vehicles, in the same way that they do propane powered vehicles, only with nitrogen. A little less dangerous in low spaces there than propane. And the only byproduct from burning nitrogen, is water vapor, as opposed to anything that creates a carbon footprint. That might be the way to go. Anyway, I won't hold you. It's been a pleasure, as always. I'd like to have our lovely chats, and take care. 73 K6EGG from D6DZ.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf. This is Whiskey 9 Juliet Echo Sierra.
I lost my mouse. Go ahead. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Good morning, Greg. I wanted to wait until you were done with your conversation with Gary, and just wanted to say I hope you're going to have a good day at work here, and those Red Bulls looks like they're starting to kick in, according to the live stream here. And just real quick, how's the audio on this? I did make some adjustments in DV mode, and was speaking to Sam last night, and he said it sounded a little bit better. I wanted to get your thoughts on that. Back to you.
W9JS K6EGG. Yeah, you're sounding good. Everything sounds, clear, crisp. No issues with the way you sound there. Whatever you did, definitely an improvement there. So I wouldn't change anything else from where you're at. Am I still transmitting? No.
All right. Appreciate that. And I just sent you a picture of where I'm going to be taking my son on his first whitewater rafting experience. and I say that term tongue in cheek because it's really just fast-moving water, not too many rocks. But we plan on going there today. We're kind of keeping an eye on the weather though, because they have some storms coming up there soon, and we're going to do an overnight trip. And looking forward to riding some bikes and doing a little trip here, a little mini trip, because trying to squeeze something in before he goes back to school next week, or actually this week on Thursday. Back to you.
Copy that. You be very careful out there. Most important part, I'm glad you're going to have some fun with your son there. I know when I get off here, hopefully here by 1:30, 2 o'clock, and by the time I get home, it should be around 3 o'clock. I'm going to spend some time with the family and cook some hamburgers and hot dogs and enjoy the late afternoon here in California. It's going to be actually kind of cool here today, so we don't have to worry about rain like you guys are. But looking forward to a nice Saturday or Sunday afternoon off. And a little bit of a grind actually, I think I'm working like 12 days in a row, so I got 3 more to go before I get a day off. But I'm glad you're able to spend some time with your son there, and I love the picture. I wish I could put it up on the screen. I don't have that capability at this point in time, but you have a wonderful afternoon there in Wisconsin there. This is Greg, K6EGG for W9JES. I got your call sign right today. I'm not awake, so I'm already bad with it.
All right, Greg. Well, enjoy the time with your family, and I wish I was there to eat some of the grilling food, but we'll figure out a way to make our own possibly later today. So, and
I'm gonna get my breakfast here in a few minutes. I gotta get going here.
The rapids aren't.
Hold on, don't go
bad,
anywhere yet.
And if it doesn't turn out too well, if there's a lot of debris or something in the rapids, then we'll just go below the dam and just do a lazy float down the river there. So anyway, also bringing some of the metal detectors. My son is excited. He thinks we're going to find some treasure.
You never know.
And I think he's been watching too much YouTube where people find things buried in the ground and, they're worth millions of dollars. But
hey, you never know.
Anyway, it'll be a fun experience. And with that, I'll say 7 threes to you, and hope you and yours have a good one, and everyone listening on the stream, good conversation out there as well. And I'll catch you in a couple days when I get back in town. Take care. This is W9JES, and I'll be clear.
Copy that. Once again, hey, you never know what you can find. You never know what the next day will bring. I always say that to my wife. So I hope your son finds some treasure, whatever that may be. Maybe just treasure for him. So take care, and once again, have a wonderful couple days with him. This is Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf. I'm going to be clear from Reflector 30 Charlie, and anybody watching or anybody listening, you can watch me on YouTube with a link in my QRZ profile. Once again, this is Greg, K6EGG from Santa Monica, California this morning. Still this morning on the East Coast. Well, yeah, it's still this morning on the East Coast. So thank you, everybody, for watching this live stream today, this morning. I might come on after we go start our game. I figure, what's going on? Nice to see you in there. Good day to you as well. Gonna listen in the shower. That's...
VE6DZ, KB7ABT.
I don't know if that's a good idea there, Jeff. You're going to listen to me in the shower, huh? But anyways, I'm going to disconnect from the reflector. Let some guys get in there. I've been on there for almost an hour. Morning, Brett. Nice to see you in there. Once again, I'm usually not on this early. I appreciate everybody jumping on with me. I'm going to try this again at some point from my house where I have a little more capabilities on connectability. I can get into my Icom 9700, but I didn't turn it on before I left. 73 JJ, once again, man, have fun. Take a lot of pictures so I can show them on the stream. It's great that you're spending some time with your son there. But I'm going to try to be on after 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Copy that there, Jeff. My plan is to be on, after 1:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll see, depending on what's going on here at work. But it looks pretty good for that. You do have a small suggestion. Go ahead, Baba Booey, with your small suggestion. That's Baba Booey right there. That's the producer here for the channel. I might have to borrow it from my coworker. He's actually supposed to be in here in about a half hour, 45 minutes. We'll find out in our production meeting here or whatever. We find out what's going on. But anyways, that's a kind of a little bit of an inside joke. I don't want to say his name or anything because he's actually right outside the thing here. But anyways, once again, anybody new to the channel today? I forgot my light. That's the other thing I was going to bring. Anybody new to the channel this morning? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I try to come on a couple days a week, depending on my work and personal schedule. Sorry about the shaking camera there. My plan is I'm going to try to be on after 1:30 today, Eastern time. I might be on tonight when I get home after the barbecue, but I also might want to chill out and just relax. I've been kind of grinding the last couple days. I'm using a built-in Mac right now camera. It's only 720p on this MacBook Air. I would like to bring another camera in here, but I just don't have the space to bring it in. But this looks okay for what I'm doing. I'm glad to be on. M1 Mac Air, yes. Thank you, Baba Booey, for keeping me straight. It's hard sometimes. I think I was up before you this morning, by the way. Anyways, I got my Quaker Oats here that I'm going to have for breakfast. It's only 8 a.m. here. And then we're going to be going to air. Sounds like it. iOS 16, that's supposed to come out next month, right? They're having a big thing on the 7th, I think. But anyways, I'm hoping to be on later this afternoon, your time, East Coast time, Quaker Oats. I'm gonna have some breakfast, get into the production meeting. We're gonna go to air, and then I'll come back in here and try to do some more live streaming. I also, real quick, I've been stuck. Let me put the screen on here. I've been stuck on a 1,118 subscribers for like a couple weeks. If you see the graph there, I want to see if I can get up to 1,125 today. I don't know if I can make that happen, but if you know anybody that has another account or something like that, I'm not trying to do this to make money or anything like that. Just doing it for fun, but I want to see if I can make that work. But anyways, I'm going to be back here in a little bit. This is Greg K6EGG. Do I have a closing thing on this? I don't think I do. I got to get that thing working. But anyways, I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Have a good afternoon, everybody. This is Greg K6EGG signing off for now.